Hi, I'm Pav.
And I'm Neil.
And welcome to the Top 10 of Anything podcast.
Let's start the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From its concept decades ago, television has always been a form of entertainment for everyone, and one of the best ways to recognize your favorite program is with its theme tune. Whether it's an entire song that tells you the plot of the show or some iconic, I use that word, Neil, iconic instrumental music that lets you know what the show is, TV themes are instantly recognizable. Here's our fact hunter, Neil, with 10 facts about TV themes.
Thank you very much, Pav. So here we go. Alan Thicke, known to some as Jason Seaver in Growing Pains and others as Robin Thicke's dad, composed the theme songs for The Facts of Life and Different Strokes. The Friends theme song was originally supposed to be REM's Shiny Happy People, but was changed to I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. The composer of the EastEnders theme tune, Simon May, unknowingly began writing it when he was 7 years old. The composer of the Panorama theme music, Francis Lay, wrote the music for the soft porn erotica film Emmanuel 2. And the Some Mothers Do album theme tune incorporates Morse code into its opening bars. And the writer of the Match of the Day theme doesn't even like football. Ari Stoller, who wrote the Match of the Day theme, also wrote the music for the movie Dawn of the Dead. For 2 years, Quiz Show Give Us a Clue used the same theme song as Grange Hill. Ronnie Hazelhurst was the most prolific theme tune writer. Hundreds of theme tunes in all. It was a sitcom or a game show in the 70s or 80s. It would have been probably produced by Ronnie. And one of Hollywood's greatest film music composers, Oscar-winning Hans Zimmer, wrote the theme to Going for Gold. There we are.
Well done. I'll tell you what, Neil, they were very fascinating, those facts.
Thank you.
I think you sort of, you talked yourself down a little bit there, my friend.
Oh, well, there we are. A lot
There
of
you
work
go.
went into it.
Well, we thought we'd get ourselves a real true professional broadcaster on this episode. But unfortunately, they weren't available. So we actually... We got a friend of ours from way back. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Franklin is with us. Hello, Sophia.
Hello, boys. How are you both?
Oh,
Very well.
It's been a while.
It's been ages.
I mean, it's got to be... Well, it was pre-COVID, wasn't it? Obviously.
Yeah, oh my God.
God, blimey.
We were in the little hut. We were in
The
the
shed.
little podcasting shed.
We were in the little podcasting shed for the WTAF episodes, weren't we?
That's right.
Yeah, when social distancing wasn't a thing.
No.
And it couldn't ever have been a thing in that little room.
No.
I know. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. Yeah. Now you're working in the bright lights of London now. And how's things going? Because I can see from your social media, you have been hobnobbing with the stars.
Yeah, so last time I saw you, my life was very different. I was in little Gloucestershire in Cheltenham, actually, and working for BBC Local Radio. And then at the start of this year, in the middle of a pandemic, I had the bright idea to pack it all in and move to London with a promise of 4 shifts over January. But basically wanted to see what life was like in the big city and go freelance as a broadcaster and newsreader. And it's not too bad.
Yeah, you've done all right. Oh.
I have to say. I mean, I'm the busiest I think I've ever been. And something about being so busy is great. And some things are not so great because I can never catch my breath. But in essence, I do a lot of voiceover work these days. I newsread across several radio stations, including Talk Sport and Talk Radio and Times Radio. I'm the Monday newsreader with Chris Evans on Virgin Radio, so formerly Radio 2 Chris Evans, the big radio superstar. I do a lot of podcasting, I'm afraid. I'm treading on your toes.
Oh, no, you carry on.
And I'm a country and I'm a country music presenter and broadcaster and podcaster as well. And I think that's everything. But the list continues to go on.
That's good.
Well, congratulations is in order, I think.
All that, and you've got no headphones. I honestly don't understand what's going on.
Look, as I said, you can't be on the ball all the time, so I'm afraid I've dropped it here. But I've got my swanky microphone.
I know. It's, I think we've got the same. I think we got the same one.
Oh, yeah, we should be sponsored. Look,
we should be. Oh my God, that'd be nice to get these free. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to do TV themes. So, Sophia, what is your number 10?
My number 10 is from Orange is the New Black, and it's You've Got Time by Regina Spektor. So this is a Netflix series that I adore, all about the girls in prison, and you get to learn about life, behind a woman's prison in America. And they're some of the most amazing convicts, I guess, the stories they have and their lives that you learn about them. But what I cannot get enough of is the theme tune, and I never skip it. Sometimes you can get that button that you press. Never do that, because I love it and I properly rock out. And I read a fact earlier that the show's creator listened to Regina Spektor's albums religiously whilst writing the show. So she thought, let's get her to write a theme tune for it. So Orange is the Black is number 10.
I was thinking that because I'm sure there's going to be some on here that people haven't heard, or us together haven't heard, that maybe we should do each theme tune. So can you do the theme tune to Orange is the New Black?
It goes something like the animals, and then it carries on like that, and it's proper rocking out, and you think, oh my God, I'm ready to go in the prison.
There you go. Perfect. Right, so we'll do that for everyone. So you
no pressure.
So that people can, because obviously we can't play the clips because copyright and stuff like that. Okay, wonderful. Then Neil, you're number 10. Start with the do, please.
I got it all wrong. It's the Muppet Show.
Oh, the Muppet Show. That's my number 8.
Yeah. It took
the only reason again.
No. The only reason I went back to and thought about this is I watched the Disney Plus new Muppets, and I really enjoyed most of it. And it obviously has the theme tune, and it really shot me straight back in time to when I was little, and the original Muppets used to be on. I can't remember what night it was on. Was it Sunday night?
I think it was. Well,
it was Sunday.
They're on Disney Plus as well, aren't they? The originals.
Yeah, the originals. I've been dipping in and out of certain guests on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a flashback, and I thought that really brought back happy memories for me. A lot of happy memories. So that's the only reason why I put it on there. It's a great theme tune, isn't it? That's it. That's it.
And it would always end with Gonzo doing something like hitting the gong, and it would blow up, or hitting a gong and he'd hit a chicken
he'd fly off,
or he'd fly off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Muppets Christmas Carol is my favourite Christmas film ever.
Oh, it's a great Christmas film, isn't it?
But that theme tune is good. I'm going to be kicking myself now because as a 90s baby, I think I'll be showing my age here, but that is such a good one.
That is a good one. Yeah, that was my number 8. My number 10, and I'll do the do. Ready? It's that's my number 10. It's Grange Hill and / Name That Tune.
It is.
That was again in the 70s. That I can't believe that they used the same theme for both.
I didn't even realise.
Didn't you?
That's the problem. No, not till I found out. I didn't even twig. And I was like, oh, for Christ's sake.
And I'll tell you what I've done wrong. I put it on here. It's not Name That Tune, is it?
Just give us a clue.
Give us a clue. I put name that tune on my thing, but I know this is wrong. Yeah,
You're making it as you go along.
I am. Yeah, no, it's give us a clue. Which as we record this, Lionel Blair passed away not long ago. He was one of the Eunice Stubbs, who passed away not long ago, was one of the captains. But I used to love Give Us a Clue. And I used to love Grange Hill. It was one of those shows as a kid. You know, I think one of the best piss takes of that was on the Young Ones, when the Young Ones did the piss take of Grange Hill. Come on, we're the only school kids who don't say fun. And they right. Sophia, then you're number 9.
Number 9 is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, well, go on then. Do you do for this one?
I know my housemates are going to be downstairs, by the way, singing this, because before I came on to do this, we've got a WhatsApp group called Drinking and Screaming, because that's often what we do at the weekends.
Right.
And all of us were going through these, and there were the amount of voice notes that I had through of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was mental. But it's such a good tune, and I remember watching it as a kid. And if you didn't know all of the words, that was it. In the playground, you were ousted completely. You had to know it. You had to know the rap. And then it was the kind of showstopper at parties. Even now, if you know that extra bit, you know, the bit where not everyone quite knows it, but if you know it, I can't remember what the lyrics are now, but I'm sure if I was in the pub on a Saturday night, on, I'd know it all.
Can you remember any of the lyrics from the start then?
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cooling, all shooting some big ball outside the school. Weren't a couple of guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got him one little pot of my mama's skin. Then it goes on like that.
Yeah, very good.
Fantastic. Well done.
That was a round of applause. That's fantastic. We're working you far too hard. That's nice. Okay, then Neil, what's your number 9?
I don't know how I'm going to dupe it. It's
Go on,
MASH. And off we go. So, yeah, MASH. Funny this, because I love the theme tune to that. And I always used to come downstairs when it was on. I was probably too young to be watching it even back then. And because they used to put it on like 9 o'clock, didn't they? And I'd come down, and because of the theme tune, think I'd like MASH, sit there for about 15, 20 minutes, and then think, finding this boring. And it's only till I've got older that I've reappreciated it. It was not for kids at all. I didn't really know what was going on. No. But it was the theme tune always hooked me in, and still does. It's a lovely song. And Manic Street Preachers did their own version of it, didn't they, as well? Which was just as beautiful. So a lovely song.
Suicide is Painless.
That's it. Yeah, cheerful.
Real upbeat, cheerful song. Yeah, for a comedy.
But it's a lovely tune.
It is a lovely tune. Right, my number 9 is la 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 la.
Banana Splits.
The Banana Splits.
Hey!
Oh my goodness, that was a children's program. School holidays. You knew it was school holidays when you saw those lovable things. What were they? Dogs and God knows what. Was a monkey? Was there a monkey?
It was just animals, weren't they? Terrifying. They came back recently in a horror film.
There was a horror film.
Shows you how.
So many people, so many nightmares.
Yeah.
Very, very strange. Yeah, but it was in their wonderful little buggies.
I always wanted one of their beach buggies.
I always wanted one of their beach buggies. And then it used to be them in a sort of like they lived in a house, didn't they? But then it'd be intercut with like the Three Musketeers cartoon and Arabian
the Land of
Nights
the Giants.
Land of the Giants.
It was like the original Teletubbies.
It was the original Teletubbies, yeah.
But they made more sense.
Yeah. And then obviously they used it in Kick-Ass. They used that song in Kick-Ass for when Hit Girl makes her way through all the baddies. Great scene.
That's such a good scene, and that music just adds perfectly to it, doesn't it?
It's fantastic.
Really
remember that? I think that was one of the trailers, wasn't it? Wasn't that one of the first trailers for Kick-Ass? I think. Yeah, they made that work really well. Okay, then Sophia, then you're number 8.
My number 8 is, speaking of children's theme tunes, is Bodger and Badger. Bodger a badger, bodger a badger, la 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 la. And it doesn't matter where you are, if you mention that, everyone loves it. It's such a childhood throwback for me. Although I don't recall the program being that good. Although I think I watched some of it on YouTube not that long ago, and actually it's far more adult friendly than it is for kids. It's brilliant.
Really?
Really?
Innuendo and stuff in it. It's so good.
I'm
And
going to
I
have
think
to
a lot
hand
of
up.
it,
Oh, sorry, carry on.
I was going to say, I think a lot of it is just it going wrong.
Oh, right.
I have to hand on heart say I've never seen an episode.
No, I don't. I think I was too old. For it. Yeah, I think I was too old for it.
Well, watch it. You won't regret it. It was absolute mayhem, puppet show. And I just such a good childhood memory for me. Loved it.
Right, that's going on my YouTube viewing list. I want to know what it's all about.
Because
You're going
again,
to message me later being like, what are you on about?
yeah, the only thing I remember about Bodger and Badger is the fact that it was mentioned by Kerry in This Country when she's being questioned by PC. What's his name? Weber. Thank you, Neil. It's not like we've done a This Country podcast. I should know. I shouldn't. Yeah, I should know. Right then, Neil, you're number 8.
Spider-Man does everything a spider can. Well, you know what a huge fan I am of the original animated series. I'm rewatching it on Disney Plus and enjoying it. Well, what a great theme tune, catchy. And I rewatched the Sam Raimi original Spider-Man because it dropped on one of the streaming services. And it is funky that the busker in the subway is singing it.
Yes.
I'd completely forgotten.
Yeah,
And that was quite sweet.
Well, and in Spider-Man 2, there's a Chinese woman singing it on the street corner or something.
Yeah, so they obviously put it in each one of those Spider-Mans, I would have thought. But yeah, what a great theme. What a great theme. And it always excited me when it came on because it's time to watch the cartoon.
It just reminds me of the scene from the Simpsons movie, a Spider Pig.
Yeah.
Spider Pig.
As he walks it on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great, that was fantastic.
It was such a good gag.
Oh dear. Harry Plopper as well.
Harry Plopper. That's it. Harry Plopper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. Right, my number 8 was the Muppet Show. So we can move on to your number 7, Sophia.
My number 7 is that 70s show, In the Street. Don't know if you remember this. They're all sat in the front of the car, and then with each verse, it all changes. And I can't remember how it goes. Okay, hold on. Na 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 na. It sounds better when you listen to it on the program.
I mean, I've never heard it before. I've never watched the 70s show, so
that 70s show, brilliant. Yeah, but they all swap their seats as the lyrics go on. Such a good show growing up. Big fan of that one, and it's Ashton Kutcher. And who doesn't want to watch
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. Ashton
Was
Kutcher.
Bryan Cranston in that one as well?
Yes, I think
Oh,
so.
was he?
Or was that that was Malcolm in the Middle?
Malcolm in the
wasn't
Middle, yeah.
Oh yeah. Who was the dad in it?
Well, it was the guy. Yeah, it was the guy from RoboCop, wasn't it? That was the father in it. He was the baddie in
Peter
RoboCop.
Weller?
No, the baddie in RoboCop.
Oh, Ronnie Cox.
No, not that baddie. Like the henchman baddie.
I can't think.
Have
what his
I
name
really
is.
got to get IMDb out and start?
Yeah,
I can't.
did.
I know. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Holy
I can't
crap.
think who he
Right,
was.
hang on.
Kurt somebody. Or was that his
Kurt.
name?
Yes, it was Kurt. Somebody. I can't remember what his last name was.
Yeah, and I just watched that Netflix about the making of it. I can't remember.
What
his
the making
name.
of?
RoboCop.
Oh, was there?
The movies that made us. Great series. This was
Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith. And I think he was the guy that was in that 70s. Yeah, he was Red Foreman.
Yeah, the dad.
Is that there you go? That was him.
You didn't want to like, but you end up liking him in the end because he's a bit redneck and he's a bit of not got the best moral compass in the world and isn't necessarily nice to people. But by the end, you soften towards him,
right?
And he does love his kids, even though he gets very, very angry with them a lot of the time. Yeah, great. Love that theme tune.
Okay.
Going back for me.
Nice then. Right, Neil, what's your number 7?
Right, let's see if anyone can follow it on. It's only a game, so...
put up a real big fight. I'm gonna be snookering you tonight.
There we go. Everybody goes. Snooker Loopy, bit of Chaz and Dave. What a great theme tune. They should have done all the theme tunes in the 80s, me, personally.
Do you mean Big Break?
Big Break. What do I call it? Snooker Loopy?
You called it Snooker Loopy.
That's the
I
name of
was
the song.
thinking, what?
Big Break. Yes, Big Break.
Yeah.
That was a
Snooker
great game.
Loopy is Snooker Loopy, nuts are we.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We'll show what you can do with a load of balls and a snooker cube. Pop the red and throw back for the red, green,
There we
pink
go.
and black. Snooker Loopy, nuts are we. We are Snooker Loopy. That's that one.
So,
How you do it? Hey!
well done, Paul. But Big Break, yeah, what a that was a great game. I used to love that game show back
Break.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
With
that's
the
probably
trick
a bit
shot.
before your time, isn't it, Sophia?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about, especially the Snooker Loopy one, because that's it's always one that people sing when everyone gets going. I can just imagine people listening to the podcast singing it on their own. What are you doing?
Indeed. Yeah, a good one. Good one. I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, it's an earworm. It's a definite earworm.
Yeah, so my number 7 has got 2 good theme tunes, the opening theme tune and the end theme tune, but it's the opening theme tune is the one that I think I like more. Is stuck a pony in your pocket, I'll fetch a suitcase from the van. If you want the best things but you don't ask questions, then brother, I feel like I'm Tim Vine.
Yeah.
It's Only Fools and Horses. And like I say, what's the one at the end?
Oh, I can't remember.
God bless Hooky Streak.
That's it,
That's so good.
Yeah, and I always thought it was Nicholas Lyndhurst that sang those.
John Sullivan, isn't
But
it?
it was John Sullivan himself, the guy that wrote this.
Really?
Yeah, the guy that
wrote the theme tune.
Sang the theme
tune.
Sing the theme tune, write the
Yeah.
theme tune.
That was one that isn't in my top 10. But I don't know if anyone else has got Minder, but that's a fantastic song. Oh, I won't say anything then. Okay. Number 6 for you, Sophia.
Number 6 for me is how does it go? Now I can do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no
Superman. Yay, that's Scrubs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Such a good series. The only proper silly sitcom that at the end gives you this amazing takeaway where you actually feel so warm inside or completely question your entire existence and purpose in life. And I always love that. But then there's also, and I can't remember who it is, there's also an episode where, is it Cat Stevens? Have I made that up? But and then the guy who's following them around playing the guitar. I don't think it is Cat Stevens.
No, I think it's Colin Hay, I think, from
Colin Hay, that's
from
it.
Men at Work.
Yeah, and there's a song in that as well, which I love, but just can't remember. But love that theme tune. Love it.
That's a great one. Yeah, I can't believe that isn't in my top 10. But that is a good one. Great show as well. Yeah, I think that's a very underrated show.
I rewatched it all in lockdown, and it's brilliant. It's so underrated. You forget how good it is, and just how well it's written, I think.
Absolutely.
That was the one with Zach Braff, wasn't it?
Yes.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
In the hospital.
That's right.
Hospital. Yeah.
Been a long time since I've seen that.
You're number 6 then, Neil.
I'm not going to hum it because I can hear it in my head, but I can't do it. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I nearly picked that one.
It's a hard one to do, isn't it?
Boom.
But
put that all back on Sky now.
They are, and the new series has started and is still as strong as the other series.
Is it?
Yeah, it's made me proper raw laughing watching the new series. It's one of my all-time favorite sitcoms, Curb. I think it's hard to beat that one. But yeah, the music, what joyous music it is. It's so not fitting to the character of Larry David, is it, that he plays on that show?
And it was just a piece of like copyright-free music that he heard.
Oh, was it?
It wasn't specifically written for the show. He just heard that piece of music, and it may not have been copyright-free, but he paid for that bit of music and thought, yeah, that's perfect. And then
it is perfect. It fits the show perfect. Brilliantly, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It really does.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Some of the episodes were still a bit hit and miss for me.
Are they?
Yeah, the first episode of the new series, I was a little bit, okay. It didn't really. There were some funny bits in it, but just like not to some of the standard that some of the episodes can be.
I'm a huge fan. I go, well, as you know, I've got them still on DVD. Not that I need them on DVD, but I still play them like that.
Indeed.
I think they look great on my bookshelf.
Hey, granddad with your
Hey, what's wrong with DVDs? Eh?
At least it's not VHSs or whatever they are.
Hey, I found a load of my VHSs saying that when I was clearing out the loft.
Well, nobody wants to see them, Neil. I mean, you need to keep
them.
them.
There's some in there that you would be like dabbing your hands at.
Really?
That's all I'm going to say. They include big.
I won't ask any questions.
Light things and all sorts. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, right. My number 6. This is going to be before your time, Sophia.
Okay.
So I will do the do and see if Neil knows what it is. Da 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 da. I'm doing the Tim Vine thing again.
Is that it's the A Team, isn't it?
No.
Knight Rider.
Da 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 da.
Was it Knight Rider?
Da 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 da.
Dallas.
Da 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 da. Oh.
No, you've lost me.
Keep going, Bob. I'm enjoying it.
Do 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 do. Wow. Helicopters. Do 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 do.
Airwolf.
Da da da.
Was it Airwolf?
Da da da.
No.
Magnum.
Oh yeah. They all sounded quite similar, didn't
Magnum
they?
PI. Starring Tom Selleck in the shortest shorts you could get with his big long legs.
I love Tom Selleck.
What a man he was. Could have been Indiana Jones as well. He was
Yeah.
so close to being Indiana Jones, but there you go.
That would have made a lot of sense. I first found him in Three Man and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby, indeed.
3 Men and a Little Lady.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he first shaved off his moustache for that movie, An Innocent Man, and everybody lost their shit?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. I don't ever want to see that.
Yeah. He went serious.
He's a man that should always have a moustache. He's just
him and my dad.
Yeah.
Are they not the same?
Not the same.
Oh.
But I think that's maybe why I love him so much, because he has a mustache like my dad, and it reminds me of my dad.
I always wanted his car as well. What a car.
Yeah.
That
What a
red car, whatever it was.
I think it was a Ferrari, I think.
Ferrari, there we are.
Yeah. Okay then, Sophia, you're number 5.
Oh, now you know when you can't remember a theme tune off the top of your head.
Yeah.
But it's one with loads of words. Why can't I remember it?
Don't worry if you can. I don't want to.
Science history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a
Big Bang.
Hey, the Big Bang Theory. That's another one where you kind of challenged yourself to the whole of the lyrics, and made me quite interested in science for the first time in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like science at all, but that I found out that you can actually learn stuff from a program like that. It's not just about relationships and people, but actually they'd say things, and then I find myself Googling it going, I feel like I should know what that means. But yeah, I really like that theme tune. I thought it was a good series as well. It's up there with the likes of How I Met Your Mother and some of the others that are of that era. But that, I think, is the best theme tune out of that selection for me. Yeah, and a good tongue twister.
Is it a series that's still going?
No,
or is it finished? It's finished now.
They've now got a spin-off called Young Sheldon. Which
I saw that on Netflix. Yeah.
And actually, the young Sheldon, I don't know how it's been written or how the writers coincide, but the young Sheldon kind of answers a lot of the questions that don't get answered in the Big Bang Theory. So it's quite good because there's so many things. You know, there's a song that they sing to Sheldon when he's ill, Soft Kitty, and you think, where on earth does that come from? And the origins are explained in Young Sheldon. Apparently, I've never seen it, but I read an article on it once. And yeah, apparently it's the answer to all the unanswered questions in the Big Bang Theory is Young Sheldon. So there you go.
Wow, there we are.
I must admit, I've never been a fan of the Big Bang Theory.
It's quite hit and miss with people. Some people hate it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I don't know whether it's the fact that it feels to me like one of those typical American. But see, I liked Friends. So to say that about that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether I've just not given it the right chance or whatever, but it's got a great theme. That's the thing. And I'm not sure who it is who does the theme.
No, I didn't look it up. I just wrote it
No.
down.
I feel like I should know, but no. Okay. Neil, you're number 5.
Right. All for one and one for all. Musket hounds are always ready. D'Artagnan and the Three Musket Hounds. What a happy tune that one is as well. It really is. I think it was originally a Spanish cartoon that came out in would it be the early 80s, maybe mid 80s?
Yeah, something like that.
Became very popular as school time. It was on at the same time that Philip Schofield was in the broom cupboard, that sort of period. Sounds very weird, doesn't it? Especially because he's just recently come out. Anyway,
yeah, that's not. We don't want emails, Neil. Don't start.
No. It just was quite a weird thing to put him back in the broom cupboard. But yeah, it was only a short cartoon. It wasn't a long one, and it was based on the Three Musketeers, and a lot of fun. But the theme tune, I still have genuinely heard people whistling it in the shops and things like that for no apparent reason.
You would bark it. Remember that the end theme was
that's it. Right in that pitch as well. Perfect.
Perfect pitch. Perfect
but yeah,
pitch.
it's a great tune. If you haven't heard it, Sophia, I'd recommend just YouTube it.
I'm gonna have to look all of these up.
Yeah. Because it really is a catchy song. It
all
really
the
is.
TV magic you've missed because you were like born 20 years too early or too late.
I wouldn't suggest watching the cartoon because that's a bit crap.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
The theme tune was fantastic.
It is a good
Why
theme.
is it that sometimes the theme tunes are so good and then you get hooked in and then next thing you think this is rubbish, which is a shame because we've been led to believe otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've got to be careful. You don't judge a book by its cover. So you think, oh, it's got a good theme. It must be a good show. And then, most of the time that's not the case. But okay, my number 5 goes like this. Da 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 da.
I thought it was Ski Sunday at first.
Ding 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 ding. You're in the right ballpark when you say Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
The Office.
It is the US Office. Yes,
I really wouldn't mind.
It's a great theme, absolutely beautiful theme, and a great show. I mean, we've spoken about it before
many times. It's
times.
Quite often, it's my. It's now become my comfort food of TV, where I just put any episode on and I just love it. Apart from the first episode, but we're all the same on that one. But any episode.
Are you both of the US camp rather than the UK camp?
By a long way.
Yeah.
By a long way. I didn't particularly like the UK one very much. I don't really
trust anyone who likes the UK one more than the
No. Because David Brent was a git and not likable at all.
No.
Whereas Michael Scott is lovable.
Yeah. He wasn't in the first series. They definitely tried to make him like David Brent in the first series. But I think listening to the Office Ladies podcast that 2 of the cast members do, Angela and Pam, they do their own like watch along podcast, and they said that the producers specifically made him more of a hero, or somebody that you could root for, because that's what the Americans like in a sitcom. They like someone to root for, whereas in Britain we like to have anti-heroes as our main people, people that are just not necessarily somebody you'd like to be, like Basil Fawlty and Del Boy and
like assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brent, that's what we like, whereas Americans tend to turn off from that. They like to have people that they can root for, and that's exactly what Michael Scott turns into. He's a lovable, he's still an idiot, but he loves the people around him, whereas David Brent just wants to be famous. That's all he cares about. Okay, so that was my number 5. So Sophia, you're number 4.
Okay. This one is a bit of a country one.
Ooh.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me and my peace of mind.
Well, that sounds very familiar.
I look around.
Nashville.
And then no. Oh, but that would have been a good one. I don't want to be anything other than me. No.
No, it sounds
One
familiar.
Tree Hill.
I've
Okay.
never seen that.
Yeah, I've not watched it either, but it did sound familiar.
I'm gonna have to send you guys a link of proper naughty 90s teen
Yeah.
sitcoms.
Yeah, teach us.
Exactly. Yeah, because we weren't watching those at the time.
It was that. It was between that, which is Gavin DeGraw, and I loved Gavin DeGraw as a country guy, and I remember thinking, yes, finally, I felt vindicated. That and the OC is another one, and then 90210, the remake.
Right.
Although I like the original one as well. So those are all kind of in the same era, I guess. With
Dawson's Creek be also there as well.
Oh yeah, I like Dawson's Creek. I started rewatching that again in lockdown because they put it all on Netflix. My God, these programs haven't aged well, have they?
No.
No.
You watch them back and you go, "Oh, that's not okay."
Yeah.
Oh, their acting is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are certain. I think things when you are teenagers, you think that they're amazing at the time, don't you? And then 20 years passes and you look back and you think, what was I doing with my life?
Yeah.
The only TV series I think held up like that from the 90s and is still very good is like Sophia. No, you didn't mention it. Somebody else did earlier. Is Buffy. I rewatched all of those.
One. Buffy, I think that's still Buffy, and then they tried to do it with the Vampire Diaries, which fell a bit flat.
But Buffy, I watched all that through the lockdown, and I thought it was amazing still.
What's that other magical one as well? With the three sisters.
Charmed.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. I remember it though. That was the one. That was the girl out of 902 whatever.
902. Yeah, my kids love that. My girls loved like Angel, Buffy. What was the other one? True Blood was the other one. When all the vampires.
That was a bit more risque than Buffy.
Yeah, a bit more risque. Yeah. A little bit.
Who doesn't love a bit of risque magic?
Exactly. Exactly.
True Blood, seriously, when it came on, I really enjoyed it. But after the first episode, I went, they did that in a TV series?
Oh, I've never seen that. I'll have to watch the first episode of that then.
Yeah. It's full on. It's full on Game of Thrones style, full on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, see Game of Thrones. Anyway.
Yeah,
okay.
What I thought about.
Yeah. Go on then, Neil. You're number 4.
Dun, 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 dun. Need you to do more. The A-Team. What a great series that was. The show where loads of guns were fired, but nobody ever got shot. People were blown up, never got killed. And Boy George did a great cameo. It was a great series. I loved it as a kid. It hasn't aged well. Let's not pretend that it has. It really hasn't aged well. But it was great. And what a theme tune. It was like, it reminded me of Indiana Jones, where it kicks off and the action, it puts you straight in the mood to watch that action and escapism. Great song.
And I think that's Mike Post.
Is it?
I think Mike Post was the American version of Ronnie Hazelhurst.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure he did Magnum and he did maybe things like Dallas and
Airwolf, because they were all very similar, weren't they?
Yeah, Hill Street Blues and all of the classic 80s. I might be wrong on that, and I'm sure someone will email and let us know if I'm wrong on that. Yeah. So okay then. My number 4 is Once in Every Lifetime. Comes a love like this. I need you, you need me. Oh my darling, can't you see?
I forgot that one.
The Young Ones.
Yeah.
The Young Ones. And I know it's a cover of a Cliff song, but I prefer that tune, that version to the actual Cliff version, without a shadow of a doubt. So
I totally forgot that one.
You forget about that one?
Yeah,
so, I mean,
completely.
Again, that's gonna be,
yourself, Neil.
I really am, because I'm a
too young
huge
for
fan.
you, Sophia, isn't it? The Young Ones.
Yeah,
have you ever seen? Have you ever watched it?
No.
It was what made Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson famous, pretty much.
Okay. I like Rick Mail.
Yeah, it was this real anarchic. It was the program that, as a kid at school, you had to watch it on the Monday night. It was Monday, BBC 2, 9:00. You had to watch it because if you went into school on the following day and hadn't watched it,
you were in trouble.
Yeah, because and I can remember there was me and another kid that used to do, and it was the only time girls would talk to me. They would come up and go, do your Rick impression, do your Rick impression. And there was me and this other kid that used to not fight, but used to who could do the best Rick impression. And it was one of those programs that, especially if you were, so what was that? When did that come out, Neil? 84?
80, maybe even earlier, 83, maybe? Yeah,
yeah,
early 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would have been 12, 13, very impressionable age. And that for me was the show, because you had music in it. A band would play every time. It was like a sitcom, but like all of a sudden a band would play in the living room.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it would be very Monty Python-ish, where it would cut off to something completely different, be totally zany and anarchic and that, but it was such a fun show.
It was Ben Elton's first sitcom.
Ben
Elton wrote it.
Can you still do the impression?
No, God, no.
Oh my
goodness. No, it was all very flared nostrils and sticking your teeth out and stuff. But I don't know, for someone of your generation, excuse me, whether it would travel well. Do you know what I mean? I still watch them and I still find them hilarious, but I think it's because I remember the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's very 80s.
I'll give it a spin.
I would love to know what you thought.
It's very funny.
I would love to know what you think. Okay, so Sophia, you're number 3.
My number 3, I don't know if you'll know this one. Hold on, how does it go?
That sounds familiar.
Does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Hey!
Has it got the hay in it?
Yeah.
Go on then. What is it?
Arthur.
Oh, the cartoon. Yeah. I was thinking of the movie.
Looked at the screen, they're like, what are you on about?
I thought you meant the movie for a minute. I was thinking, hang on.
No, the one, I don't know what he is, like a little
mole,
bear, I guess, or mole or something. And they're all different animals. And you've got his sister DW. And I just loved it growing up. It was but actually, the theme tune used to drive me mental. I remember as a kid, I hated it. Now, I think it's the best theme tune. Well, second, one of the best theme tunes there is. I think it's brilliant. I love it.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Arthur.
Oh, my kids liked it. So that's where I think I sort of remember it from. But yeah, he was a mole, fully clothed, wasn't he? Up on 2 feet. Or he might not have been a mole. He might have been a shrew. Who knows?
I don't think anyone quite knew what he was, but it was one of those things that you were never really sure what any of the characters were, but you just kind of went along with it anyway.
Yeah.
It was totally normal.
A bit like the banana splits.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't question it. No one quite knows what. I don't think anyone was supposed to really know what they were, but you went along with it and you enjoyed it and loved it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's my number 3.
Okay, then Neil, you're number 3.
Batman.
The 1966 Batman. I'm still a huge fan. Still think it beats Danny Elfman's score, and I think it should be used on every movie. It's great. It's a great opening tune, and everybody seems to know it. And even like younger generations now know the tune, but they've never seen the 1966 Batman. So it's obviously passed through.
My 5-year-old nephew knows it, never seen the program, but that program, but loves it and knows the tune for sure.
Yeah, it's a great theme.
See, and that's another one that it'd be very interesting is for someone that has been brought up on the movies to go and watch the 66 Batman because it is so camp.
Yeah.
It is so colourful.
Well, that's what I always hear, that it's just totally different to what you actually expect.
And it's insane. It's completely insane.
The acting is very, again, unless you buy into the acting, you would think, oh my God, the acting is terrible.
But it's done purposely.
But it's done with a very big wink at the camera. And it's joyous watching the 66 Batman. It really is. But because they've gone now for so much reality and to sort of base the whole Batman character in like a grounded reality, it's a million miles away from what the original sort of Batman, well, I'd say the original Batman, but the 66 Batman, but
I love it. Love it to
Yes,
pieces.
that's a good one.
I've been swallowing it down whole, watching them again. I just
Nice.
love them
Oh,
to pieces. I honestly do.
Nice.
I wish they bring it back. I think it deserves a reincarnation.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that'd be good. Right, my number 3 was another staple of like the Christmas holidays and summer holidays. It's Here We Come, walking down the street, and the funniest looks from everyone we meet.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
with
we're
the
the monkeys. People say we monkey around and do that funny walk where they've all got
Yeah.
yeah. I used to love the Monkeys. The TV show was it was fun.
It
I
was
wanted to
funny.
do that. I wanted to get 3 of my mates and just live in a house together and just like make music and just piss about for however long it would take us to piss about for. And I still enjoy watching the Monkeys as much as it's very 60s,
Yeah.
and very sort of hippified, and it's all paisley shirts and flowery stuff and all that weird 60s dancing, which I'm glad that I wasn't around in the 60s.
I haven't
properly.
seen that since I was a child, I don't think.
Oh, no,
Because it was on the same morning as the Banana Splits.
Yeah.
It was on the same time.
It was a staple of the the
Saturday
Christmas
morning.
and Saturday morning, and so I don't know. I'll have to have a look on YouTube. They might do like actual full episodes on YouTube. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to have a look because I really do want to see one of those.
I've seen clips of it. I've never watched a full episode, but I know the song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's also like it
song.
was like canned laughter, and it was like
Yeah.
awful sort of canned laughter. But I just there was something about it that I just loved. Again, I haven't seen it for a while. I don't know how I'd feel if I watched it now. I'd probably think, what a load of crap this is. Oh my god. No wonder I turned out the way I did watching this as a kid. Right, we're getting to the squeaky bum time now. So, Sophia, what's your number 2? I didn't mean to equate number 2 with squeaky bum. That was really the wrong time to say that.
I enjoyed that segue.
Thank you.
I think my number 2 has been more influenced by the actual program itself because I am such a lover of the program. But the theme tune goes.
So that's You Got a Friend.
Yeah.
So what's that from then?
Any idea, Neil? No.
I'm really thinking. Did you see my cogs were in there?
I know. I was like, he's nearly there.
I thought I was. No, I'm not.
It was a
Because
long
now
running
Pav said
series.
You've Got a Friend. Oh, it's not. I can't think.
Gilmore
no.
Girls.
Okay.
I've never.
That's where I've heard it before. My daughter is obsessed and she got my mum into watching it.
Okay,
I've
so
never
this is
seen
the
it.
thing. It's a massive hit with all the girls. I don't know many females who haven't watched it, and it's a really lovely one to watch with your mum or mums to watch with the daughters, because it is about that daughter-mum relationship. It's a very weird relationship, but then you've got the kind of next generation as well with the grandma that's involved and all these relationships, and they go through life. And I watched it growing up, but what's changed now, because I've rewatched it all, because it's one of my comforts that I just put on in the background because I just love it. I think Rory's this little sass queen. But the mum, I identify with her now, Lorelai, more than I did when I was growing up. Growing up, I was more, I'm always going to be like Rory. Now I've watched it, I'm like, oh shit, I'm like Lorelai. And I'm thinking, I've moved into the next phase of life. Well, I don't have the daughter. I definitely have all the problems that go with being almost 30.
Right.
And I just love it. I think it's a heartwarming theme tune and brings me real joy. So that's my number 2.
I've heard a lot of people say about it. My mum literally
brilliant.
has just finished it. My daughter and her grandmother sat and watched it together, the whole thing. And my mum loved it.
It's brilliant. It's really witty. I can't remember what the dad's called, but it's he was quite a big actor, and the granddad. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but it's just really well written, and it just hits home on all fronts in terms of that adolescent teenager going off onto pastures new and going through all the trials and tribulations of being a teenager but trying to be an adult as well, and then you've got parents who don't really know what the hell they're doing, but they're trying to make it work anyway whilst having their own dramas in life. It's brilliant. I think it's so well written. They did do a release of like a revisit and kind of 4 episodes that were on Netflix or something, and actually they weren't bad. I was pleasantly surprised, kind of, you know, revisiting. I don't know if you've seen This Is Us, but the main character out of This Is Us, the dad in that, is one of the teenage boys, and I hadn't realised that till I rewatched it, and I'm a big fan of it. It's funny how all these people just, you know, overlap in all these series, and you don't make the connection until years later. But yeah, love it.
See, that's age catching up. See, is when that's when you know you're old. Is when you see somebody in a film or a TV series that you can remember them being a kid in something else, and you think, this isn't right. This isn't right. So where's the last? Look at your watch. Where's the last 20 years gone? Hang on a minute.
That and identifying with the older character.
Yeah, exactly.
The double one, mate. Shock.
Yeah. Go on then, Neil. What's your number 2?
Everybody should know that one. The Simpsons. I'm a huge fan of The Simpsons, and I'm absolutely overjoyed as we record this, the new series has dropped on Disney Plus.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm swallowing those up at a rapid rate, and they are good. So, you know,
are they just as? I haven't seen any new episodes in ages. Are they just as good as they've always been?
Yeah, different. They've evolved as the generations have evolved, and obviously with the animation getting a lot better, the stories seem to reflect that. So sometimes they're a lot more out there and bizarre. I mean, I really enjoyed the Lego episode. So if you haven't seen the Lego episode, I highly recommend seeing that one. The crossover episode was funny with Family Guy.
I like that. Yeah, I did see clips.
Yeah, that was a funny one. But they do a lot of that. They do a lot of in the later series. I've noticed they're doing a lot more sort of attention to other characters like Skinner and Moe, and they're doing that again rather than, and the Simpsons would just appear. So it's not all Simpsons centric. The theme tune, what an iconic theme tune from Danny Elfman, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, you're making me think of Family Guy now as well. And that theme
tune. Yeah, but I'm. People always say, don't they? Are you Family Guy or are you the Simpsons? I enjoy both, but I think I'm more Simpsons than Family Guy.
I'm Family Guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love Family Guy, but
late at night, that's another comfort one that you stick on when you're not quite ready to go to bed.
That's it. Yeah, no, I do watch a lot of Family Guy, but I think Simpsons just pips it for me, because you can go back to those early episodes, you know, and it has got my sort of humor. You know, when Sideshow Bob stands on the rakes, I just think it's one of the most magical pieces of telly, and I've never laughed so much.
It's amazing with the fact that you've got writers on there now that would have watched The Simpsons when it first started.
Yeah.
As a kid, and I think that's what brings the freshness. I watched a couple of the new episodes a month or so ago, not from the new series, but from the last series.
Yeah,
and as they're not as consistently funny as, say, classic series from like probably
4
7
upwards,
going up to like series 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, but you still guaranteed to get at least probably 4 or 5 good laughs in an episode. And any comedy where you can guarantee to get 4 or 5 good laughs is still hitting a good rate, I think. And after 35 seasons, is it now 33 seasons, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy that they've still been able to hit
and still going.
And still going.
Doesn't it take like a huge amount of time for them to make each episode? I remember hearing a fact that was definitely wrong because it became physically impossible, but it still takes a bloody long time to make each episode.
Absolute months.
Yeah, and the amount of money they're now paid the main voiceover artists is huge.
Yeah.
Just to keep them going. Yes, perfect, Sophia.
Yeah,
they need a British character, don't they?
We're friends with one of the executive producers. I'm sure that we could sort it out for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sure
we'll ask Mike.
We'll ask Mike. Yeah, our friend Mike. Yeah, bless him. Right, my number 2 again. Sophia, just take a seat back because you're not going to remember this at all.
Okay.
This is a version of the original theme, and it goes like this. I'll pretend I'm a guitar now.
Crossroads.
Yes, but it's
Straight away.
the Wings version of the Crossroads theme.
Okay.
So when the show would finish, sometimes if you were lucky, it wouldn't be the normal down, 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 down. It would be Wings. It would be Paul McCartney and Wings did their own version of the Crossroads theme, and it's very guitar-y. It's very like wailing guitar. It's very sort of emotional and angsty, and I loved it. I always sat there watching Crossroads, and it's the Wings version. Sit there and listen to it and love it. I just love that show. But that was one of the worst soap operas in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, it went right up to the mid 80s
with
and they
wobbly
closed.
sets and everything.
But they brought it back, didn't they, in the
Really?
90s?
Yeah, it was shocking. It was what on Victoria Wood,
Acorn Antiques.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
That was basically what they based that on from Crossroads,
because it was hilarious when they slammed the door, the whole wall would shake.
Yeah. And you'd have certain actors that would be like waiting for their cue and then would like walk in and you'd see them.
Yeah.
It was a massive hit for years.
It was. It went on for decades.
Midlands-based sitcom. Well, it was like a sitcom, really. Right, so that's my number 2. So, Sophia, would you like to give us a run through in your best presenter voice from 10 to 2, please?
I don't know if I can remember them all, but yes, I will.
Okay.
At number 10, we have Orange is the New Black with You've Got Time. At number 9, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. At number 8, we have Bodger and Badger. Number 7, That 70s Show in the Street. At number 6, we have The Big Bang Theory.
No, that was Scrubs at 6.
Oh, and number 6, we have Scrubs. And number 7, we have The Big Bang Theory.
No, at 5, you have The Big Bang Theory. You're going down, remember?
It's very funny. This is why I script everything. At number 5, we have The Big Bang Theory. At number 4, we have One Tree Hill with Gavin DeGraw, my country hero. At number 3, we have Arthur. And at number 2, we have Gilmore Girls.
Wonderful. Neil, what's your 10 to 2?
So at number 10, I have The Muppet Show. Number 9, MASH. Number 8, Spider-Man. 7, Big Break. 6, Curb Your Enthusiasm. 5, Dogtanian and the Three Musket Hounds. 4, The A-Team. 3, Batman. And number 2, The Simpsons.
Well done. And I have at number 10, Grange Hill Stroke. Not name that tune. What was it? Give us a clue.
Give us a clue.
Number 9, The Banana Splits. Number 8, The Muppet Show. Number 7, Only Fools and Horses. Number 6, Magnum. Number 5, The US Office. Number 4, The Young Ones. Number 3, The Monkees. And number 2, The Crossroads theme by Wings. So, Sophia, what is your number 1 TV theme?
I bet you're both going to know exactly what it is.
I reckon I know it, but I want to see whether you tell me what's it.
All it's going to be is...
Yes. That's all.
Neil, you got it? No, it's Friends.
Yeah, that's
right.
It was.
Confession. I've never seen Friends.
Oh no.
I know the theme tune though.
I mean, I know I can't say anything because I've not seen half of the things that you've said about.
But that's not your fault, Sophia.
I wasn't around.
Yeah, exactly. That's not your fault. Neil has no excuse.
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit scarred from American sitcoms. I will excuse myself from it. I didn't even really like Happy Days very much, and people used to moan at me for that. I don't particularly like American sitcoms. I find that every time somebody walks in a room and they give them a cheer, it just got on my nerves. Yeah, and Friends, for some reason in the 90s, I think I was too busy at Glastonbury. It just passed me straight by. Oh,
I know. I absolutely love it. I was so pleased when they did the reunion that wasn't a reunion episode, but more of a get together. I was so happy about that this year. Obviously really sad to hear the news that Gunther had died not that long ago, but for me it's everything. It's my childhood. It was what everyone was talking about. It's even now, it's breakups, you know, falling in love, it's family dramas, it's, you know, happy times, it's sad, it's illness, it's whatever it is. It doesn't matter what you are doing. You can put on Friends, and thank God it's on Netflix. Otherwise, I'd have to get the box set out, which I still have, and just watch it. And I love it. It doesn't matter which series either. I just think it's fantastic from start to end. I love all of the characters. My favorite character changes all the time. But I'm pretty sure it's Chandler. I think he's the most consistent. And again, as you grow up, you kind of identify with them on different levels. But it's just brilliant. And I absolutely love the theme tune, the Rembrandts. And
big song.
It's a brilliant song in itself. I used to love it back in the days when I was on local radio. I used to get to play it in full, and it was brilliant. So, and when you got the clap right, you were gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get somebody to show it to me to let me know, because everybody I ever say to, I've never seen Friends. I don't dislike it because I've never seen it, so I'm not going to say that. But yeah, somebody needs to introduce
You've
it.
come this far that part of me feels like you've just got to not ever watch it.
No. Get somebody to reenact it all for me. Yeah. Just tell me the basics and I can get by.
The synopsis.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Netflix, haven't you? So there's no reason that you can't.
Yeah, there's a lot more on Netflix that I want to watch at the moment.
Well,
there's other stuff you want to watch, but there'll be one day when you'll sit down and you'll go, oh, fine.
Yeah. But maybe I'll do as you say, Sophia. Maybe not. Maybe I'll withhold and never see it. Go to my deathbed.
And that'll end up being on your tombstone. He never watched Friends.
He never watched Friends. He did a lot of stuff in his life, but he never watched Friends.
Yeah, that's it.
with a poem on the top of your headstone where it'll clap 3 times.
Yeah, but everybody that knows me will think it's relevant to Benny Hill, not the Friends.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Okay then, Neil, you're number one.
You've already mentioned it. It's Only Fools and Horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a tune.
Yeah, I absolutely love that theme tune. And it goes back to, I borrowed my dad's, he's got the complete box set of everything that they ever did. And I sat from episode 1 and went all the way through it. And I've had such a great time. I mean, you forget about the last episode. Yeah. Don't worry about that one. But it's got such heart. It's got such... Yeah, it's just a great comedy program. I think it's hilarious. I proper belly laughed all the way through it.
Which one do you prefer?
The writing's genius.
Which one do you prefer? The first,
what do you mean?
The opening song, or the
probably the opening overall.
The opening's more iconic, but the ending is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You kind of forget how good it is.
But I'm also glad that I got to watch it in its original form, because apparently bits have all been taken out and everything for whatever reason. And it was just lovely to sit back, watch it as I remembered it. And like I say, the theme tune, I even reckon my lad, who's now a musician, has written a song that he's taken inspiration from the opening song from.
No way.
Yeah. I always call it his Only Fools and Horses song.
Oh no, it's up there for me as a series. One of those ones that we watch at Christmas. That and the Two Ronnies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Just hilarious.
Yeah.
You can't be that. Okay, my number one. Let me just wet my whistle.
Tension, it's building.
Yeah.
Goes like this. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got.
Oh, I know.
Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Dee, 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 dee.
Do you know what it is, Sophia?
Is it Cheers?
Yay!
Yeah.
Gary Portnoy. I bought the single for this.
Who sang it?
Gary Portnoy.
Right.
The guy who sang it. Yeah, because the rest of the story goes on about all your life you got no lights and your check is in the mail and your little angels. Oh, I don't know what it is, but yeah. So he's going through a bad time, the guy. But I mean, I love Cheers as a TV show. It was one of my first sort of. That again is a US sitcom, but there was something about it just was a little bit different. And it just had a fantastic theme tune. And like I say, I bought the single. It wasn't just the fact that it was great to go with the TV show. It was a great song on its own. So
Mm.
That for me is the greatest theme tune of all time. And I've silenced you with my singing, so obviously I feel like I'm
mesmerized.
I'm right. I feel like I'm getting no shout back on that. So
Well, it's a great theme, isn't it?
I was just reflecting on how good all three choices were, actually.
I actually think you're right.
Yeah.
And what amazes me, I think we had one duplicate. Two?
Only Fools and Horses and the Muppet Show.
Only Fools and Horses, and the rest of them. That I can also think is to do with generations. I think the fact that you're a different generation to us, Sophia. That's when you're supposed to say, "No, you're not. No, you're not really."
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, I think we proved we have.
I think we've definitely proved we have. Right.
Okay.
Well, we have a few honourable mentions. So Stu Grant. So sing out any of these if you fancy. The Littlest Hobo to start with.
Oh, I can't remember that.
There's a place. Keep on calling me.
Oh,
Da, 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 da. I'm doing the old Tim Vine again. I can't stop myself. Oh, it's a great. Maybe tomorrow you'll have to settle down. Da, da. Anyway, Starfleet, Jason the Wheeled Warriors, Super Gran, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Supergram was sung by Billy Connolly.
It was Billy Connolly, yeah. Oz, Chorlton and the Wheelies, Sopranos, Cheers, and the A-Team.
Yeah, The Sopranos. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And at Andy McEwen 1 says Bottom, The Young Ones, Shooting Stars. That was a good one, Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
Batman 90s cartoon. He said, that count or is that cheating? I mean, no, it's a TV show. Darren Brown says Airwolf. Stranger Things. Has that got? Oh yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very electrical, isn't it?
That was going to be one of mine. I can't remember how it goes off the top of my head now, but that is a good theme.
It's very 80s electric.
Keyboard, synth,
Casio
sort of
keyboard.
thing.
And 18. Kim Peniston said 18. Knight Rider and Grange Hill. Karen Clark said Hill Street Blues, Miami Vice, CSI Miami, Andy Pandy. Only Fools and Horses and White Horses. Anyone know what White Horses is?
No.
Okay. At Stacey Michelle B on Twitter said, "Welcome back, Cotter," which is that's a John Travolta sitcom from the USA, I think, isn't it?
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
Travolta was in a sitcom.
He was before he was a big movie star. He was
I never
like a late 70s.
It was before he did Saturday Night Fever, wasn't it?
So it would have been early 70s.
Early 70s, yeah.
Ross Carpenter said The Big Breakfast, Friends, Skins, Dexter, Narcos, Father Ted. Father Ted's a great one.
Oh, yeah.
Good one as well.
D'Artagnan and the Three Muskehounds, The Detectorists, Cheers, and House of Cards. US version starring Kevin Spacey. Just an epic theme. And then Amber Daniels and Debbie Chambers said Bondi Rescue. Takes me back to the sweet times, hot nights. Everything's going to be all right in the summertime. So I don't know what the Bondi, but thank you, Amber.
We have to go and Google that.
We're going to have to. There's lots we're going to have to Google without a shadow of a doubt. So that's it. I mean, I think you're right. I think we've got 3 solid number ones there.
Yeah.
Friends, Only Fools and Horses, and Cheers. So what else are you up to then, Sophia? This new podcast that you've got.
Yeah, so this is a podcast. It's called The Country Lineup. So I'm a big country music fan, which obviously I told you both about in other podcast ventures. But it's something I've always loved and kind of found a niche for in terms of presenting, and I'm able to specialize in that in a lot of my work now, which is great. And I never thought I'd be able to do. So I'm really pleased about that. So The Country Lineup is myself and my co-host, Tim Protty Jones, who's a UK country star. And we interview big names from the US, the big mainstream pop stars at the moment, country stars at the moment. Our first episode came out last week, and it's all based a bit like Desert Island Discs, I guess, but they are building their dream festival lineup. So we give them 4 fictional stages, and from that they tell us who it would be. So we have a saloon stage, so it's kind of an introducing stage, people who are on the up and trying to find their way in the country music world. We have the Hall of Fame, which is the really traditional country artists. So think the Dolly Partons of this world and the George Straits and whatnot. And then the next one is the country Crossroads. So that's any genre, anyone they'd like to collaborate with. So that always throws up some weird ones, which I love. And then the main stage, as in Horsemane. See what I did there?
Nice.
And that's the ultimate country headliner at the moment. So it's a really nice listen for any country music fans to kind of give the control to people who are always on the stage and actually go, well, who would you want to see if you could pick it? Because often these people have toured with some of the biggest names in country music and then some. So yeah, we've launched that a couple of weeks ago. We've got our next episode out on Thursday the 18th, I believe, and they're every 2 weeks. And so first episode is on anywhere you listen to podcasts, the country lineup, and that was with Tennille Towns. And on the 18th it will be with Ashley McBride, who is a big country music star who everyone seems to love if they like country music here in the UK. So we can't wait for her to come for C2C this year. So
wonderful. Well, we will put the link to the podcast in the show notes. So if you want to
thank you very much,
please go and subscribe to it and give them a 5-star rating, because I'm sure it's yeehaw. Is that right?
It should be automatic to give Sophia a 5-star rating.
That was terrible. That was like the
there was a bit more oomph into it. Go on, do it again, Pab, with a little bit more spunk.
There you go. Oh dear me, I really let myself down.
Well done. That was
what
good.
are you two guys up to at the moment? It's been ages. Tell me what you're doing.
Well, as we're recording this, we have our final WTAF episode, which is the live show at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So that's 3 weeks away. And we started this podcast. So this is episode. Well, let's have a look. See, well, this is episode 18. So it's we're now back in, just trying to get, like, as you will find out with your new podcast, just trying to get your head above the parapet and trying to make a bit of like noise with a podcast, because the one thing about lockdown is everybody decided to make a podcast.
Did they just? And then some of us want to make some money from it.
Well, everybody wants to make money from it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But, so it's just a matter of just carrying on enjoying doing what we're doing, I think, more than anything else.
But it's nice, this podcast, because it gives us a blank canvas every time we speak to somebody new. So
that's what's so great, is it's something different. I mean, Pav, we were talking about doing it. I was thinking, oh my God, I could do anything. And how often do you think about your top things as well? Quite often. The top 10 is quite a challenge, which is a really good challenge to have. I think it'll be a great one for the Christmas dinner table, actually.
I think it's something that will definitely cause chat and argument.
Do like a little dinner card game.
Yes.
There you go.
We'll
also, that would be a great top 10, wouldn't it? Top 10 Christmas dinner items.
Yeah. And Christmas dinner games.
There you go. And Christmas cracker jokes.
Oh God.
Just go on, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could. Neil, do you want to give a shout out and say all that
gubbins?
That's it. Yeah.
You can let me do that for you. You can find us on all the social medias at toptenpods. You can email us at toptenpods@hotmail.com. You can come and support the podcast at patreon.com/top10pods, where you can get rewards such as our episode super early, bonus episodes, and you can even be a guest. Check out all of our links via our link tree. You can find the link in the show notes, and please do come and subscribe and leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Good ones, please. Or subscribe and follow on Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever the damn you get your podcast from.
And also remember, we are on YouTube as well, and come and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I like to edit in little pictures of stuff that we're talking about, and it takes ages. So just come and subscribe, because it'd be really nice if you could do that. Sophia, thank you. It's been lovely catching up with you.
Yeah,
it really has.
Great to see you again.
Oh, it's been great to see you both. Thank you so much for having me on, and I'll always come on again. You know this.
I'll tell you what, we'll think of something fun to do for the new year, and we'll have you back, and we'll do another top 10. And
amazing.
Or it could be your choice again.
Absolutely.
How well do you know your country music?
Not very well at all.
Dolly Parton.
John Denver. I think that's about
Oh
it,
yeah.
isn't it?
And something, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a very long or very short podcast.
Yeah, that would be hard. I mean, we could delve into it. I'm sure there's other. Willie Nelson. Is he
There you
country?
go.
Yeah, I know Willie
There you
Nelson.
go.
Willie Nelson's country.
Yeah, and
There you
Garth Brooks.
Oh, and he's the king.
Is he?
Yeah.
There you
Billy
go.
Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, he can break your heart.
Is he
There
still
you go.
doing it?
I
He is.
don't know.
Yeah,
I
he's a
don't
bit
know.
cooler
Is he?
these days.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll sort something out for the
Yeah.
year, Sophia. I don't know what it'll be, but we will definitely have you back if you want to come back because we
Always.
just chatting to you, so it's always great.
Thanks
you.
for having me, guys.
No problem. And say hi to Chris next time you see him.
Oh, I will. I will.
He won't know, but just say Pav and Neil say hi and see what he says.
I'll see him on Monday.
Will you?
Yeah, there you
And
go.
just say to him, we remember that thing back in the 90s. That'll really scare the shit out of him because he'll probably think, oh my God, there probably was something in the 90s that I shouldn't have done. So, Neil, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you again, Sophia.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching and listening. And let's go and start the countdown.
10, 9,